don't like that. That itself is bad, it will kill you. Eat what you like. Suppose you like a bonda, let us say. Once in a week, you want to eat bonda, eat that bonda with happiness. Even if the bonda is poison, the poison will become a good food. Supposing you want to eat bonda and eat it every day, then you will die very soon. So, Hita, Mita, Ahara Sevi. The next sentence is so scientific. Samikshakari, work very hard, but love your work. When you work, you must love that work. That is why Hans Selye, who is a great researcher on stress, said, make your work your play, you will not get tired. So, how can you say, how can I know my work cannot? See, I always say, choose the work you love. Supposing you don't like that work, I tell them, do you love your children? Yes. Did you choose them before they became your children, that you like them and then they became your children? No, they became your children. Don't you love them? You love them all the same. So, you didn't want to be a bank clerk, but you became a bank clerk. So, if you want to survive, you must love bank clerking. Suppose you become a bank clerk and every day you say, I should have got the medical college, I should have been like, an ass like me every day or something like that, then you will die very soon. So, enjoy what you do. And remember one thing, it's a very important sentence I always tell my people. Because you do a lower job, you don't become a lower man. So beautiful, but he who does the lower job is therefore not a lower man. Suppose I am a scavenger. If I am an honest scavenger, I do my work very clearly, keep my toilets very clean, so that everybody who comes to use the toilet says, oh, what a nice man, B.M. agrees, he has kept his toilet so clean. I am a greater man than the owner of that place. So he who does the lower job is not a lower man. This philosophy should come to us, dignity of labor. Today, how do we behave? Supposing he is a big man, sir, and he is a pure, hey. No, that's very bad. Ayurveda says, Samaha, treat everyone as equal. He is like you. There is no lower man, there is no higher man. Then you keep your health. Then what does it say? Samikshakari, Data, be a giver. Samaha, treat everyone as equal. Satyapara, don't tell a lie. Telling a lie is very stressful, remember? Suppose I tell a lie to you today. I must remember that lie every time. Because next time you ask me, the same lie should come. Well, supposing I have told you the truth, I don't have to remember it because it's the truth anyway. So, what does it say? Satyapara. Then one more thing, Shamaman. You can say, I will be a nice man, I won't hurt anybody. Suddenly, it's clear when he comes and hits me. I can't prevent him from hitting me. But when he hits me, do you know what I should follow? Spinoza's principle. Do not hate human action. Do not hate Already because he hit you. Do not laugh at human action. Do not say, Already hit me, look at you. Do not hate human action. Don't hate Already because he hit you. Understand human action. When you try to understand human action, you know that day Already had a fight with his wife in the house and he couldn't fight back. So he was coming and on the way he met me. So he was so angry, he wanted to take that fight after his wife on me and he hit me. So when I understand that, I pity poor man. What a pity. He has had problems at home. So you don't hate him at all. So, Samaha, Shamaman. Any Jains here? Jains have a Kshamapana week. Did you know that? That 1 week, every Jain goes to another Jain's house and says, knowingly or unknowingly, if I have hurt you, if I have done any harm, forgive me. And this goes on in the whole community. And what a beautiful thought. Forgiveness. Shamavan. Then what does it say? Aptopasevi bhaved arogyam. Treat everyone in this universe as your near and dear ones. Come back to quantum physics. You and I are the same because you and I have the same energy. You and I have the same consciousness. You and I have the same mind which is connected. We have a universal mind and we have an individual mind. And that is why when I want to speak to somebody in Boston and I intently want to speak for a good reason, that man will get a message. That's called teleportation. Now, how did Ayurveda know that thousands of years ago? So beautiful. And mind you, Go to Sanatana Dharma, Manovega. Have you heard of Manovega? That's the fastest is the Manovega. Now we know there are so many things that can move faster than light. So Einstein, Newton, all ideas are gone. But we don't teach it here because America doesn't allow us to teach it here. Because they say quantum physics is, there is no business in quantum physics. There is business in solid state physics. You can always bombard the particles and get something out of it, get money out of it. Although we know electron exists because I am speaking to you, are hearing is all electron, energy. But I can't see an electron. Why can't you see an electron? Because has anybody seen an electron? No, not yet. Not likely to see in the future also. Why you tell me? Yeah, somebody knows that at the back. He's raising his hand. No? How do I see you? To see you, a few photons must leave you and hit my retina. Okay? If one photon leaves an electron, it is no longer an electron. So no electron cannot be seen. But having not seen an electron, various people have described the electron and got Nobel Prize. See, this is science. This is science, oh my God, Nobel Prize. Even if he farts loudly, it comes in the paper. A Nobel Prize winner has farted loudly in Amparkatta or in Nellore, Quadrangle or whatever. But they got the Nobel Prize for wrong reasons. The only one Nobel Prize for right reason is uncertainty principle. So, science is changing, medicine has to change, and we should not have caste system in medicine. Western medicine, Ayurveda, Homeopathy, Unani, Siddha, Yoga, all these are various methods of helping a man who is ill or he imagines he is ill. And what is illness? It's all in the mind. And where is the mind? Where is the mind? Where is the mind? Where is the mind? Did you say something? Never mind. Where is not the mind? Because mind is not in the brain. Remember that. Please remember that. Though the medical textbooks even now teach you that the mind is in the brain, and the whole science of psychiatry depends on that by giving chemical drugs for mental patients. The mind, unfortunately, is not in the brain. The man who said mind is in the brain and got a Nobel Prize for that was a neurosurgeon. Wilder Penfield in the 50s was a colossus, the huge neurosurgeon in Ontario, one Montreal. But the man wrote a paper in 1971. I'm sorry, I made the world believe that the mind is in the brain. But the brain, with its trillions of neurons and trillions of connections called synapses, cannot even comprehend a thought. Forget about the mind. Mind is consciousness. So beautifully described in 4 stages in the Indian philosophy. Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, Advaitam, Chaturtham. So beautiful. Various levels of consciousness. Awareness, consciousness. And that's called Gochara. Sanskrit language is a beautiful language. What is Gochara? Simply Gochara means the path where the cows go. Gochara. But Gochara is also consciousness. And the definition of consciousness, so beautifully written in 71 by Wilder Penfield, a Nobel laureate who said the mind is in the brain, saying, I'm sorry, I want to correct this, the mind is not in the brain. Universal mind, my mind and your mind is one mind. And that's why this is Apto Sevi Bhavet Arogyam, treat everyone as your near and dear ones, you will be healthy. Very, very scientific concept. Highly scientific concept. Now, you talk about homeopathy and condemn it. What's homeopathy? It's not science. Because the West wants to kill homeopathy. Not that homeopathy doctors are not becoming business people, they are becoming business people now. You see the man eating rasagulla and saying, oh, my diabetes is all gone away, thanks to homeopathy. It's all fungal, it's all false. But homeopathy is a great science. And homeopathy is energy medicine. And homeopathy is all in the liquid form. It is changing the structure which is called signature. It's time up. I don't have a resource. It's a problem. Have I finished my duty? But I have written a book on communication which says when the first man leaves the audience, it is time for you to stop. So I will stop very soon. First man is already there. And this is very interesting. I have come to the end almost. Now all that I have got to tell you is what I have been telling you so far. What I have been telling you so far is the science that we study as students and science we believe is to be true has been changing. If it doesn't change, it's not science, because the definition of science is changing. When it doesn't change, it's not religion. There was a big case between the creationists and the scientists in the American Federal Court when the judge said creationism is not science because it is not changed. Science is science because it is changed. So science has changed under our very feet and under our very nose without our knowing it. Because the world business community does not want us to know the changing science. But for our good, we must know. So friends, if you keep an environment safe, even a gene cannot do anything without the environment. And what is the biggest environment? Your mind. Of course, environment, the conventional environment, air, water pollution, air pollution, this is of course important. But the most important polluting factor is your mind. And when you pollute your mind, you get all kinds of diseases. What I will say? Krodha, Shokha, Bhaya, Ayasa, Virdhana Bhojana, Taponalan, Katva, Amla, Kshamalana, Dekshnoshrati, Rakta, Prakope. All this is from the mind. Now we know all this is the mind, because mind is the body, body is the mind, and energy is matter, matter is energy. There is no duality between the two, and it's called A-duality by Nobel laureate quantum physicist Hans Peter Dürr. And Hans writes in his paper, matter is not made out of matter. In the paper for you to read, go to Google and say, Hans Peter Dürr, matter is not made out of matter. There he says, I call it as A-duality. But who am I in front of the Indian sages who called it as Advaita thousands of years ago? And he so beautifully quotes there in English the stanza from the Upanishad, Vahi Rantas Jabutana. Energy is inside and outside of everything. Charam Acharya, it's moving but looks solid. You all look solid, but there's nothing solid about you. It's called Maya. Sukshmavati Avidyam, it is so subtle, nobody can see it. That's why you're not able to see an electron. Durastha, when you don't know, you didn't know. Aniketa, that's when you know it is inside you. What was he talking about? Electron. What a beautiful sentence. So the new quantum physics takes science to the doorsteps of spirituality. What is spirituality? Sharing and caring. And if you share and care in life, you are very healthy. If you hoard and hoard and hoard, you are unhealthy. That's what you said, you collect all the money and get diseases, and spend all the money in the hospital to get rid of the disease. You will never get rid of the disease. Ultimately, the disease and the money take you to the other world, where you can't have Hawala dealings at all. So the environment, apart from being the environment that you see outside, your mind is the book. I have written an article on bathing the mind. You will take bath twice a day, every day soap and water. But have you ever bathed your mind? You can bathe your mind. Sit in the evening, meditate for a little while and think what all wrong things you have done that day. And then next day, try not to repeat that. You have cleaned your mind. This is called mind cleaning, replacing negative thoughts with positive thoughts. So, you don't require outside help, you don't require medicine, but you require a very good doctor to tell you, to guide you, because you are not doctors. So even if you get a headache, go to a good doctor of yours and find out what is the cause of the headache, because headache may be due to cancer. So if you say, oh no, I will cure myself and will sit and do this, then you will die. You require a doctor. Not for giving you medicine, rolling out medicines or doing surgery, because it's the faith in the doctor that cures. Widespread, extensive work now has shown, whatever medicine you give, if the patient has faith in you, the disease gets cured. Even surgery to the extent of bypass surgery, coronary bypass surgery is a placebo effect. Without doing surgery, just to cut the skin and suture it, patient becomes fine. Circulation becomes fine. The scanning becomes fine. All this is because mind changes matter, which is called quantum healing. You can heal yourself, quantum healing. I won't go into that because it's a different subject altogether. But ultimately, what I've been telling you is that if you lead an authentic life, you know what is that called? One word, brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is not getting married or not sleeping with your wife. No. Brahmacharya is authentic life. If you follow an authentic life, keep a happy mind, love everyone, and work very hard, your health is in your hands. Thank you very much.
I think of any other word to describe it. And I think on behalf of our Stellar audience, we are privileged and we are pleased to have a person, a poet, a doctor, philosopher, thinker and humanitarian with us today. There was such a huge and beautiful lecture. And Doctor, you have provided us lots of bridges that we can pass through huge gaps in our knowledge also and open those avenues through which our thought process will go on. Thank you for really enlightening us about this. And go for any questions can be answered by the course.
Immune booster. Next best is cow's urine. How to take and when to take means any voice, sorry. How to take and when to take urine. How to take, sir? Early morning, you piss a little so that it cleans the tracks, and then take the midstream for 1 hour and drink it. Yes. I have patients who are chief ministers, ministers, high officials, all cured by their own urine.
Boss,